Hi, chat. Hi, guys. It's me, Marshy / Nova / Chrissy / Spyra / Draco / Suise. Man, I have a lot of names. Anyway, here we are with a new lore video. Wowzers, more lore? For what? Well, in a community post, I said I was going to work on a new show called Tales from the Cometor Basement. And guess what? I need to make a lore video. Yay! Now, I must, what's the word? I should let you guys know that, if I sound really sleepy in the next few parts, that's because, I'm recording this at 9:42 p.m., and it's almost time for me to go to sleep. Not because I have to, just because I like going to sleep at 10 o'clock. So yeah, if I sound really sleepy soon, that's why. But anyways, time to get on to the video. So, for when and where this series takes place, it takes place in a place called the Hub. And the Hub is like the outer shell of the multiverse. Yes, there's more multiverse stuff. Guys, I know I already have a show about alternate universes. It's different. It's different, guys. It's different. Anyways, for when, it doesn't really have a set time, but it takes place before the events of something. I'm not going to say what yet, but I will say that in a later part. Now we're moving on to I can't remember. So, you may be wondering, but Marshy / Nova / Chrissy / Spyra / etc. I'm not doing the full thing again. What is this series about? You haven't told us yet. Tell us now. Well, I'm gonna tell you. This series is about multiverses and omniverses and hyperverses and all that stuff. And you got people who protect those multiverses and omniverses and hyperverses, and they're all, cool space people. It's cool. Space is cool. Anyways, now we're moving on to the characters, our main characters. Yay! Transition. This is a new transition song I made. So, our first main character is Manikui. He's the multiversal guardian of negativity. That basically means he's in charge of dealing with the negative universes. And by negative, I just mean sad. Like the Fallen Universe, Atlas Takeover, all of the emo ones. Yeah, that's what he does. He's in charge of the sad ones. He's also pretty grumpy. He's a little angry. But hey, I still think he's pretty cool. He's also got a really complex design. Please don't try to draw him. He's a little too complex. Just thought I'd throw that out there. I don't know. But yeah, okay, moving on. Transition number 2. Okay, our next one is the opposite of Manikui. It's Boovern. He's the multiversal guardian of positivity. So he gets all the cool universes, like the original universe and a lot more that I can't name. But I would if I could. Yeah, he's very silly. He's very me-core. And also, he can turn into a bee. Why can he turn into a bee? Well, there's actually a bit of a backstory. You see, one time, Boovern ate a purple sandwich, and the purple sandwich was made from a special thing that I will talk about later. But basically, it turned him into a bee, or a bee person. And then he got it fixed, but he can still transform into the bee person, on command. And so now he just does that sometimes. It's pretty swag. Okay, moving on. Transition number 3. Our next character is Twymoon. That's short for Twilight Moon. She's the multiversal guardian of apathy. But wait a minute. How are you supposed to classify a universe as apathetic? Well, that's because you don't. She is in charge of space-themed universes, like Eternal Wish, and the other ones that have to do with space and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what she's for. Pretty swag, if you ask me. I just said swag last time. What is wrong with me? Anyway, moving on. Transition number 4. I think that's where we're at, yeah. And our final character of the thing for right now is Kira, or Kura. I don't know how to pronounce it. She's the multiversal guardian of Euphoria. You know, she likes killing people. Very killy-y. But that would be a little too similar to Boo Birds, right? How would you classify that one? Well, she's kind of just in charge of all the universes that are not classified by any of the other 3. She's like, hers are all miscellaneous. I think I pronounced that right. Who cares? But yeah, that's what she does. Pretty swag if you got... I said swag 3 times in a row. This is not normal. I'm gonna cry. I can't. Anyway, I don't know what we're moving on to next, but we're moving on. Transition number 5? Yeah, we're at 5. Now, you may be asking yourself, but Marshy /Nova /Crisis /Spyro /etc. Because as I said, I'm not doing the full thing again. What about the bad guys? You know, the evil people who are like the bad guys of this thing. Well, there's so many of them that I'm going to talk about them in their own separate sections. And it's going to be long. I hope. I want this video to be long. But yeah, it's going to be a pretty long discussion. At least I hope it is. I don't know. Let's just get into this. Okay? Transition number 6. So, as you probably know already, I have a series on my channel called 447 Database, and in that show, there are 4 different groups of aliens. There's the Lestridians, the Galvarians, the Zeans, and the Carusians. Well, guess what? There's one more! Oh no! Well, you see, there's this one species of alien that mysteriously we've never heard anything about until I came up with the idea for them. And they're called the Carnivine. They're a group of aliens that are very silly. Like, really silly. And they want, like, a lot of power. Like, they want control over everything. And I mean, like, everything. Like, they want every universe, multiverse, omniverse, hyperverse, you name it. And, yeah, that's what they're for. And there are 2 important ones, besides their leader, which I will talk about soon. There's Chow. Chow's one of them. He's very much a goober. He gets along with Boomy very well. Boomy is short for Boovern, by the way, that's what we call him. And then there's Mirror. She's shy, like comically shy, like to a comical degree. And they don't work together. They kind of work individually, but they still, are evil and stuff. And then there's their leader, Clef. Clef is very, very tired. Like, he's really eepy all the time. Bro did not get good sleep last night. I feel bad for bro. But yeah, that's what they do. And they have a giant ship, and they're also kind of like parasites. As in, they do what all parasites do. And fun fact, this is a reference because originally the Lestridians were just called the parasites before I gave them a name. And I don't want to get into the backstory of how the Lestridians came to be, or like at least in my lore. Not like a lore reason, but like an actual in real life reason. Because if I did that, we would be here for ages, and I don't want to get into that discussion. Okay, moving on. Transition number 7. Sorry, So, back in the day, around when Link Alter Episode 1 came out, I had this idea for a thing. I don't want to go too much into it, but it was like this evil company, like most evil companies. It's called Atlas Corp, and, they're evil. And you guys remember Alice, right? She showed up in, like, one episode of West Coast Rising, and also she was based on a redesign of a really old version of Abby I made back in, like, 2021. Jeez, I'm out of breath. But yeah, that's Alice. Yeah, she works for Atlas Corp, and she got turned evil. Why? Because I don't know. You'll have to watch this next series to find out. But yeah, Atlas is in this series now instead of Link Alter. Link Alter needs more stuff to do, so I'll give them stuff to do. But trust me. But for now, we have Atlas Corp in this series, or just Atlas for short. They, do evil stuff. I don't want to get too into it because it's a... Moving on. Transition number 8, I believe. Okay, now we're getting into the territory of replacement versus mayhem. And oh boy. Now, this was a project only created because a friend said I should make an object show, but I can't really make an object show in gacha, so I settled for the next best thing. And I thought this idea was creative at the time, and to be honest, I think it is, but yeah, it didn't turn out very good. This was before I had, like, any poses in Gacha Life 2. This was, like, right after they got rid of the whole static poses thingy. But yeah, that's that, and that's just kind of a relic of its time. And I don't really like Replacement vs. Mayhem. But if you may remember, there's one specific type of axle that is kind of interesting and important. I don't really have a word for it. And that is Eternal Wish axle. Now, Eternal Wish is a peculiar little universe because it's basically an apocalyptic universe, the apocalypse and stuff, and it was caused by Twymoon, because Twymoon gave a little boy a wish, and that little boy wished for, world universal domination, and so, boom, and then everything was like the apocalypse, and that. But guess who granted that wish? Oh my god, it was Axel from that universe. Oh my god, no way. And yeah, he's evil in this series. I gave him a bit of a redesign, which is pretty nice because what was I thinking when I created him for the first time? Oh my goodness. Anyways, that's what he does. He has a little group with like a bunch of evil people. I'm not gonna say what it's called because one, it's an acronym that is not very I don't know how to word it, but you know what if you are in my basement Discord server, you'll know exactly what I mean by this. And then the second, I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to spoil too much, at least, But that's him. He's there. And then moving on. Where are there any more? Hold on, trying to jog my memory. Yes. not kinda. Okay. Let's just keep going. Transition. Number 9. 9? What? I'm starting to forget how to count numbers. Okay, that's it for the evil guys. Well, kinda. This next thing is kinda evil. I don't know. But now we're gonna talk about Criterium. You see, you know West Coast Rising, right? You know that series I made back in 2022 that I really liked at the time, but now I'm kind of questioning why I still even have it. Well, yeah. Well, you guys remember Kenny, right? Yeah, him. He's ugly in that video. He looks good, trust me. I remade him, but I haven't shown y'all yet. Or at least I haven't shown most of y'all yet. But yeah, that's him, and he's got a lot of pink stuff, and he's really weird looking. And that's because he's been infected with Criterium. Now, what is Criterium? Well, you see, Criterium is a little thingy that it's like a liquid thing that can change people's physical form in weird ways. To put it in short, it's basically like juice that turns you into a furry. Either that or it turns you into some sort of mutant. Yeah, that's what that does. And, well, also, it can turn animals into, like, humanoids. Anyways, moving on. And, this stuff is very important because, remember what I said in Blue Baron's thingy? He ate that purple sandwich. Well, that purple sandwich had Criterium in it, and it turned him into a bee. No way. Oh my god. Okay. And so, this stuff is, like, really important because if any Criterium gets into the hub, that's, like, a big no-no. That's, like, really bad if that happens. And so, you know, it's everyone's got to make sure that doesn't happen. I mean, it's not like their job, but, like, you know, it's just kind of something that they have to look out for. But, yeah. And also, we'll get into this more when West Coast Rising Season 2 comes out, but there's a little thingy, a little incident that happened in 1993. It led to a few things. It led to... Okay, hold on. I know I'm talking right now. I know I'm, like, rambling, but there is a bug on the floor that is just... He is not looking too well. I'm going to go put him out of his misery real quick while I talk. But yeah, there's a little incident that caused Abby to become mutated. It led Ari to become mutated. Led a few other characters that I haven't talked about. Oh, Jade. And his friend Pierre. I like Pierre. But yeah, that's why they're like that. It's very cool. Trust me, I would know. But yeah, that's what Criterium is. I feel like I should have talked this more about in that one video I made with, like, the, I tried making a prequel to that one video I had on my channel. You know the one. Okay, I killed it. I killed the bug. Anyway, okay. Moving on. I don't know what we're moving on to, but we're moving on. Transition number 10. Haha, I remembered which one it was this time. Okay, so I'm kind of following in a similar format as of the 447 database lore video. And so for that, we got to talk about the name of the series, Tales from the Cometor Basement. Now, you may be asking, what's a Cometor basement? Well, Cometor is the last name of the 4 main characters. Oh, crap. Hi guys, it's Spyra here. I'm just realizing, as I'm talking in this section, that I forgot to mention the other characters. You know, the other ones that I haven't talked about yet that I will get to. I promise. After this. Sorry I forgot, but Anyways, yeah, Cometor is the last name of the four main characters. And why do they live in their basement? Well, you see, it's a really big basement. Manikui has his little drawing corner, because he likes drawing, and writing. He's also a bit of a writer. Oh, I also forgot to talk about their, abilities, the things they can do. Manikui can draw things and bring them to life. His old ability was a little weird, a little freaky, so I got rid of it. Boovern's thing is that he can bite people with, his vampire kind of, fangs. And he can, suck their emotions. He eats emotions from people. Twymoon can grant wishes. That's really all she does. And Kura doesn't really have a special magical ability. She just has her knife. Yeah, that's what they do. And so, yeah, that's why it's called that. And also, a lot of this stuff is going to be based on my basement roleplay server in Discord that I made, in May, that I've grown a fond attachment to. And I always freak out whenever another server that is made by a friend of mine gets popular, because I'm really passionate about my basement server. And if anyone stopped caring about my basement server, I would shoot myself. But yeah, that's why that's that. Okay, now I need to actually get onto the characters, because I actually forgot about this, and I'm actually so mad at myself. Okay, I can't breathe, hon. Transition number 11. Oh, well, so real quick before I go on to this section, I forgot to mention, I kind of cut off the thing. So yeah, as I was saying, Manikui has a little drawing/writing corner. Boovern has an imaginary podcast, which he will later share with a character that I cannot name. Twymoon has she had a wish store, and then it turned into a wish cabin. Or star cabin? I can't remember. And then Kura has a hotel, but a purgatory hotel. Kind of like that one show. It has been a while since I ever thought about that thing that inspired Kura's purgatory hotel. Anyways, okay, now we're actually moving on. No transition song this time, unfortunately. I know you all love the transition song, but we can't have it for this section because it's a continuation of last section. Okay. Other characters, new ones that we're gonna talk about. So, since this is a show involving alternate universes, similarly to Link Alter, but in a different way because it's different, there's gonna be alternate universe versions of the main four guys. And those main universes that you need to know about for them are the Fallen Universe, as usual. That's kind of like my go-to alternate universe. And Crimson Clockwork. Now, this one wasn't in Replacement vs. Mayhem, because I made it before after Replacement vs. Mayhem got canceled. I am out of breath today, I'm sorry. This is 2 days after the last part, so that's why I sound so funny. Anyways, yeah, so those two, Fallen Universe and Crimson Clockwork. What's Crimson Clockwork? Well, it's I don't really know how to explain it. It's kind of complicated. But essentially, the four main characters in that universe are the original four, but they're based on different toys and stuff. Am I gonna tell you which ones? No. It'll be obvious when you see them. I'll put them on the screen for a second. Alright, I think that's enough time to, take a good look. And, anyway, then there's the following ones, which are kind of boring. I'll pause my voice again so you can see what they look like. I'll be breathing though, so sorry. Alright, okay. So moving on from the alternate universe stuff, we have the Celestials. The Celestials are in charge of the multiverses, because the multiversal guardians don't just take care of the multiverses. They have the Celestials to also protect the multiverses. There are 7 of them, because there are 7 important multiverses. And one of them, specifically the 6th one, is kind of like a certain someone. Like, a person who may or may not be speaking right now. I'm not gonna spoil anything, so I'm not gonna say who that is, because the 6th Celestial is a secret. But I'll tell you the other ones. So, the first one is Selena. She's the Celestial of Light. And then there's Solus, the Celestial of Fire. And then... Sorry, I'm trying to remember this. This is a little complicated. Let's see. La-da-dee-la-dee-da. I have a specific thing. Zinnia, the Celestial of Electricity. Phaetho, the Celestial of War. Lumekari, the Celestial of Darkness. Yeah, that's right. The 6th Celestial, who I can't tell you about, but they are the Celestial of Life. And Yoxol, the 7th Celestial, who is the Celestial of Order and Peace and stuff. Wow, that's a lot. Sorry, I was talking too much. That was a lot. But yeah, that's them. And then, guess what? There's even more of them. Beyond the Celestials, there's the Multi-Celestials. And we're going to talk about them because they're kind of interesting. So there's Kernax, the first Multi-Celestial of Famine. Cuxlia, the Multi-Celestial of Deceit. Zolfi, the third Multi-Celestial of Pestilence. Staley, the 4th Multi-Celestial of Crystals and stuff, I guess. I don't really know. Corbs, I think that's how you pronounce it. The 6th Multi-Celestial of the Unknown. Ooh, spooky. And then Gimli, the 7th Multi-Celestial of Death. Now, you may be wondering, but wait, if, there's, the ones of... That's weird. It's got, the 4 horsemen in there with different ones separating them. But where's War? Well, I mentioned how Phaetho is War. Well, that's because he used to be a Multi-Celestial, but boom, he do explosion, pew, 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 and he killed a lot of stuff. And so, someone I can't talk about much was basically like, hey, stop that. And then Phaetho was like, nuh-uh. And so the guy was like, okay, then you're going to be a Celestial now instead of a Multi-Celestial. And then Phaetho's like, oh. But yeah, that's kind of just how it goes, He's just a Celestial now. Boring old Celestial. And then, sorry, I have been talking for a while now. This is probably the longest part of the video. Let's take a breather. Let's take a small 30-second breather. I don't know how long 30 seconds is, so we're just going to pretend like it's 30 seconds in my head. Okay, now we're moving on to the third section of the character thing, because we had the Celestials and then the Multi-Celestials. Oh, by the way, the Multi-Celestials are in charge of the Omniverses. I forgot to mention that. But then there's the hyperverses, and then who's in charge of that? Well, it's the overseers, and there are 7 of them. Yeah, 7. Okay, let's see. There's we don't talk about that one. There's Locia, the second overseer of the stars, pretty cool. Anubis, the third overseer of the moons. Sat Perry, and I think that's how I pronounce it, the fourth overseer of the past and stuff like that. Arutufe, the fifth overseer of the future. Niolo, the sixth overseer of, goodness, I guess that's how I would write it. And Neolis, the seventh celestial of evil and stuff. And yeah, that's them. They're pretty powerful and pretty cool. Don't ask about the first one. Don't ask about them, please. Thank you. Okay, that's it for them, which means I can finally go lay down. Oh my god, my head hurts. My head hurts. 8 minutes? Jeez, I was not paying attention. Okay, so you may be wondering, but Marshy / Nova / never mind. When is this coming out? When are you gonna make episode 1? And to answer that, I have an issue. You see, I have to work on 447 database, this series, Monu clones, and this one brand new thing, just a one-off thing, that me and my friend created earlier today. I can't say much about it, but it's really goofy. That's all I can say. It's really goofy. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's that. It's not gonna come out for a while because I have other projects. And, there's other stuff that I want to work on this series, but I just don't really have many good ideas for episodes, like I did with 447 database. So it may take a little longer than usual. But don't worry, because... Okay, first, wait, hold on, I need to pause. Remember last section at the very end when I said I need to go lay down? I'm recording this right after that, so I did not lay down. Also, my phone's at 1%. Okay, I might actually need to lay down. Okay, so... Crap, I forgot what I was talking about. Tales from the Cometor Basement, episode 1, may take a little longer to come out than the average, series, because 447 Database, episode 1, came out, a week or 2 after the lore video dropped, so... But that's because I had a really good idea for first episode. Well, it wasn't very good of an idea. I didn't really do it. It wasn't very executed very well, but And so so Tales from the Cometor Basement episode 1 will release sometime this year, but just not right now. Unfortunately, not right now. It's sad, very sad. You can all start crying now. Hi guys, this is Nova / Chrissy / Spira. This is me realizing that I left out an entire main character, and I am now only realizing that right now. And I'm very upset. But you don't know that because I'm not showing it. But so there's one more main character that I forgot to talk about, and that's Cuddlebug. Cuddlebug is, he's a dinosaur bug person thing. He only talks in roars and growls and stuff. But he also has this little collar thingy, which can translate what he's saying into human words. So yeah, that's him. He's very silly. He's one of my favorites. And my voice hurts from that scream. I'm gonna show you his Fallen and Crimson Clockwork versions because those are the only versions of him that exist now. And so here you go. Okay, there. You have fun with that. Okay, so okay, now I really need to wrap up this video. So this last section is gonna be the last one, I promise. Okay, now moving on to the actual video again because I apologize for leaving out Cuddlebug. I hope he forgives me. Okay, finally, after all that, we are done with the lore video. There was a lot of lore in this video. And I think it might actually be 45 minutes long. I think the runtime is carried by that one section where I talked about the Celestials and the Multi-Celestials and the Overseers and stuff. But, yep, that's the end of the video.